All right. So now people think it was really glamorous this whole time running FRESHJIVE, but for me, the past 21 years is like a one big experiment. I feel like I was in school. I made so many mistakes. I feel like I never got a grip on running the business, surprisingly. We managed to ship product every season and all that, but you know, behind the scenes it wasn't that pretty. So in 2004, after 15 years of agonizing with running it, feeling a lack of soul for what I was doing, I quit. I just walked out one day. I left it in the hands of my father and a manager. Midway through my hiatus in 2004, I spent some time with the graphic designers to help create a season of t-shirts. Now, one other thing that made me quit is a book that another Canadian wrote called No Logo. And it described how corporations are not even thinking about their product as much as they're trying to sell a brand identity. And they're really just trying to shove their shit down your throat and have you buy Coca-Cola because of maybe the feeling you get when you look at their logo and stuff and all that crap, you know. And clothing companies, you know, it's just like, you've got all these clothing companies, you know, hey, buy my shit, here's my logo, we're cool because we go and, you know, we have a skateboard team, or we're great graffiti artists, or all that shit. But in the end, we're all making the same shit, you know, if you really want to get pessimistic about it. So that's how I came up with these 4 graphics. Now, everybody knows that biting graphics is a known graphic method in streetwear and skateboard graphics and stuff. And of course, we did it at the beginning. It didn't really mean anything at the beginning to me. Now it meant something, because I took these 4 logos and instead of knocking off or parodying something out of my market for association, you know, like, hey, I know about this band, I'm going to knock their logo, cool. I took some competitors' logos to make the statement, hey, all our shit is the same. So Stussy logo, the Quicksilver logo, the Obey logo, and the Vulcan logo. I didn't do this as a personal jab at any of the brands. It didn't matter. What I was trying to point out is these brands on their own in the media become so powerful and they've been used to like sell you stuff that I was trying to say, hey, it's all the same shit. We all make pants, t-shirts, shorts, hats, etc. So that's how that came about. And there's more to read in the fanzine. Okay, move on to the next chapter, which is called 3 Weeks in Mexico. So the first time in my life, I didn't have anything to do, no work. I said, fuck it, I'm not doing anything for a year. So I traveled the world surfing and just having a really good time. So I organized a surf trip to Mexico with some friends. Now, of course, I was still feeling a little creative, so I passed out cameras. They're called Volga cameras. And I gave them to all of our friends. There was 4 of us. And we drove down the coast of Mexico 500 miles, and we take photos of the beach and all this stuff. And at one point, we get to a town called Zihuatanejo. Well, Zihuatanejo in this Aztecan language means the land of women. I found out later it means the land of dirty women. So we went out on the town because we've been cooped up in small towns all this time. We're like, let's go out, let's have a beer, blah, blah, blah. At 2 a.m., we enter a drag strip, tranny bar, and we meet 2 transvestites, and we bring them back to our room for artistic purposes only. Yeah, to take photos of them. So for an hour, we took photos of them. This one looked like a woman. That one didn't look like a woman at all. And at that moment when we were shooting, I came up with the idea for the name of the show. Because the camera we were using was a special cheap camera called a Holga, and it also sounds like a woman's name. So I decided to call the show 3 Weeks in Mexico, or Have You Met My Girlfriend Holga, to relate the camera into it, because it was a special camera, and that joke. I don't know, and like when you're going surfing and you're putting on your wetsuit when you're young, there's this stupid joke you guys play on each other, you know, you're sitting there putting your wetsuit on, and you put your wiener between your legs, right? So you look like a female, and you turn around and go, hey man, hey Neil, what? Have you met my girlfriend? And he looks over and laughs, and it's a stupid joke, you know. Every guy probably knows it here, you know. So, you know, have you met my girlfriend Holga? You know? So I stood a picture of her holding the Holga camera, in front of her, which is a photo that's in the fanzine, and that's how that came about. We came back and we did big photo exhibitions around the world. We did it in Canada too, and to wind up that story, a funny Canadian story, is everybody knows what piñatas are. You bash them, the candy comes out, it's a Mexican pastime, and we brought up piñatas to Vancouver. Everybody knows the fucking, the customs up here is gnarly when you go through, you know, when you go through customs at the airport. They pulled us aside. We had 2 full-size female piñatas with us, transvestite piñatas. We took toilet paper rolls and shoved them underneath the skirt. So we're sitting there waiting to get, like, you know, the 411 from Canadian Customs, me and my friend, with our arms around our piñata transvestite girlfriends. So that was just a wind up to that.